Hi friends! Today we are reading this brand new Miss Rachel book. This book is called Frankie's Train Day. Look, there's Miss Rachel and there's Frankie. And look at this colorful train on the bottom. I see blue, I see red, I see green, and I see a lot of colors. Let's get started. Frankie loved trains. He loved tracks and trolleys and tickets and tunnels. He loved subways and steam trains and stations and signals. Wow, that is a really big train track. It goes all the way around Miss Rachel and Frankie. Frankie loved to play with toy trains. Dressing up as the train conductor was his favorite thing to do. First, he would say, "Tickets, everyone!" Look, he's got green tickets for sale in his hand. Then he would shout, "All aboard!" as the train left the station. His trains could go anywhere he could imagine. They sped through Mountain Valley. They stopped at Pizza Street Station. They even went to the North Pole. Wow, look, there's some penguins and an elf. What else could Frankie make for his train? Frankie had an idea. He asked Miss Rachel for help. Together, they found a cardboard box and cut out a tunnel. They made cotton ball clouds, tissue paper trees, and mountains with markers. Wow, that is so creative. Miss Rachel used the last cardboard roll from the wrapping paper bin to make a ramp. It went all the way down from the mountains to the valley. Do you see the mountains way up here? And then the purple tunnel goes all the way down. This will be the best day of train play ever, Frankie cheered. Finally, the perfect train track was ready. Frankie grabbed a wooden toy train off the shelf and ran over to play. But before Frankie could try the big ramp, his classmate Herbie tripped and spilled a big cup of paint water all over the ramp and trees. Oops! No, Herbie! Now the trees were soggy, the tunnel was trampled, and the ramp was ruined. It was the only roll of cardboard left. Miss Rachel knelt down next to Frankie. "You look really mad, Frankie. You can say, 'I'm so mad.'" "It's okay to feel mad," says Miss Rachel. "Would you like to have some space, or would you like me to help?" "I'd like you to help," Frankie said to Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel showed Frankie a chart of things he can choose to do when he's having big feelings. He can take a deep breath, he can count to 10, he can drink some water. There's a lot of different things he can do to calm his emotions. Let's see what Frankie chooses to do. Frankie chose to take deep breaths. When he breathed in, he pretended to smell the roses. And when he breathed out, he pretended to blow out the candles, like on a birthday cake. Here, see? Doing this helped Frankie feel less mad, but he was still a little sad. "The best day of train play is ruined," he said. "It's so frustrating when accidents happen," Miss Rachel said calmly. "I wonder if there's a way for us to fix this together." During recess, Frankie felt bad for yelling at Herbie. He knew it was an accident. He loved playing with his friend. He decided he would say sorry to Herbie. After recess, Frankie came inside to a big surprise. Herbie and Miss Rachel had spent recess making the entire train track again. They found a new box to be the train tunnel. They drew mountains with markers. They put up cotton ball clouds and tissue paper trees. They even taped together 2 paper towel rolls for a ramp. Look at this, they made a new ramp. Frankie and Herbie ran over to each other. "I'm sorry for spilling water on your trains," Herbie said. "And I'm sorry for yelling at you," Frankie said. "Do you want to play trains with me?" "Yes!" "All aboard," Frankie said in his best conductor voice. "The next stop is Asparagus Avenue," Herbie added. Frankie and Herbie played toy trains together for the rest of the day. It was the best day of train play ever! And that's the end of our story, where Frankie learned that having different kinds of feelings is okay, and he learned different ways to turn not so good feelings into positive ones with just a few steps. Steps that even you could try at home if you like. I'm so glad you came here to read with me today, and I hope you'll join me again next time. I'll see you guys later.